How much does it cost to load one tungsten round? I don't know if you've been looking at the prices for tungsten bullets, but they're around anywhere between like 14 to 16, sometimes $20 a piece for a tungsten round. So you might be thinking like you want to use tungsten if you're into doing some duck or goose hunting, but maybe you don't want to pay $16, $20 a round, so maybe you want to load your own. It's a great option. We're going to talk about how much it costs to make one of these. First things you're going to need is a hull. You can get a few different ones. If you want to get a new hull, they're going to cost around 22 cents a piece for like a 2 3/4 inch. Upwards of 25 cents a piece for like those 3 1/2s. Or you can just use a bunch of used hulls. You can get them for free. If you do that, you're going to need to buy a primer. You can get these Cheddite primers in boxes of 1,000 for around $60. Here's one. They cost around 6 cents a piece. So pretty simple there. So you can save yourself around 16 to 18 cents by just reusing your holes and buying a primer for 6 cents. Next thing you're going to need is your powder. It's got Hodgdon long shot, but there's a lot of different powders you can use for different loads. It's going to depend on the load, but usually for most of these waterfowl loads, I've seen between, I think, 31 to 44 grains. Yeah, 44 grains of powder is going to be a little bit more expensive. You can get a pound of this Hodgdon long shot for $41. This little gun, a little bit cheaper, it's $38, but there's other powders out there that are going to vary depending on where you get them. And it's about 7,000 grains in a pound. This costs $41, so it's going to be around 18 cents if you on the shorter side with 31 grains, and those higher pressure rounds are going to be up to like 26 cents for your powder. So around a quarter you're spending for your powder, depending on where you get it, because some places they make you pay a hazmat fee if you buy it online, and the hazmat fee is like $30. So that doubles the price of your powder. But if you get it at a store or something for $40, you're going to spend around 25 cents a piece. Next, you're going to need a wad. A few different wads. I don't even know all the different tungsten wads that exist, but there's wads for tungsten. Some people still just use steel wads. It's crazy, but you can use your wad of choice. You can get these in bags of 100. You can get your wads in bags of 100, and they cost $12 a bag. So it comes out to be anywhere between 12 cents to 13 cents per wad. And then there's little pieces of felt, cork, and overshot cards. This is an 1/8 inch felt. This is, I believe, a 1/4 inch felt, and then there's a 1/4 inch cork. Some loads make you use an overshot card to put over there. If you're going to roll crimp, you're going to do that. If you're going to use like a load all or a star crimp, you're probably not going to use an overshot card. But these are usually sold in 250 and cost around $9 a piece. So I just kind of figured out that they're going to be around 3 cents a piece for your various felts and corks, but usually use 1 or 2, sometimes 3 per load, depending on which load. So I have inventory between 3 to 9 cents for your felt and your other stuff. Then the last thing you're gonna need is, second to last, it's tungsten. Tungsten's pretty expensive. This is why it costs $16 a piece at the Bass Pro, because this bag here is around, I think, $86 This is, I think, almost 2 pounds. Tungsten you can get for as cheap as like 48 bucks a pound, but usually costs like $52 a pound. And so it's going to be around $2.98 for an ounce of this. Depending on what load you have, most loads are around an ounce, but you know, some of those, this is number 6s, by the way. So this is number 6. You can see it's pretty small. They do have BB, or actually they don't have BB. They go, I think they go up to 4s in tungsten right now on this site I get it from. But yeah, so you're looking at around $3 an ounce. So you know, anywhere between $3 to, let's say, I don't know, $4.50 for your tungsten. Probably not. $3 to, let's say, $3.75 for those 1 1/4 ounce, you know, goose loads or something. Besides that, you got buffer powder. This is something that's kind of specific to tungsten. It's I think it's basically a plastic byproduct that you put in between the tungsten BBs, and they have a much cleaner and more accurate shot. So this is 500 cc's or 8 ounces, and I got this for, I believe, $7.87. So $7.87. You only need 2.5 cc's, like one of these scoops. So ends up being about 4 cents. 4 cents for your buffer powder. Put that all together, and you get a load total of anywhere between $3.47 to $4.43 for one of these tungsten bullets. Not bad. That's around, what, a third of the price of in store to maybe 1/5 the price. So I'd say it's worth it. If you're shooting geese, I'd say that it's almost a must nowadays, unless you're using the old 10 gauge. We got a lot of fun with this for geese, but for the most part, if you want to use your 12 gauge, tungsten is a great shot. As far as the setup, if you want to go bare minimum, all you really need is a scale and lead load all. It helps to have like a uniflow, because these aren't really designed for tungsten. So your powder, they don't make a, I don't know what the word is, cassette. They don't make like a measure for the right powder. Like this long shot and other Hodgdon, they mainly just have, like, you know, clay loads and lead loads powder. I can't find an accurate shot cassette for 36 grains of this Hodgdon gunpowder. And then you're probably going to want to scale. This is the other most important thing, because you can measure out everything that way. And then just use this load all to put your primers in and to crimp it. If you want to roll crimp, that's just one less thing you need. You just need that little die to roll crimp. But there you have it. That's how much it costs. Around $3.50.